Welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. It's Monday morning and it's the day after Liverpool have won their 20th Premier League title. United just about got a draw against Bournemouth. We languish at the bottom of the table for the first time in a long time. Look, this is huge alarm bells for Man United fans, the Man United board. Everything to do with Man United needs to be on high alert because this is not going to plan. We've had so many years where everything has fallen apart and Liverpool have caught up to us. All the hard work done by Sir Alex Ferguson has been undone in these last few years by the bloody Glazers and now INEOS. We're going to be discussing what the hell's going on with this United team, what needs to be done, and what we need to do in this summer transfer market because things are heating up already. There's lots and lots of talk about who's coming to United, who's not coming to United, who United are trying to get and who they might not get. Look, the thing is, United haven't got a choice in the transfer market this summer. They are desperate for new players, but whether players will want to join United is another big question we've got to ask ourselves. We are not the United of old. But as usual, before we get into the show, make sure you hit the like button on this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. Okay, Liverpool won the title yesterday. It was hard to handle. It was really, really hard. Look, it is just, not only is it rubbing salt in the wound, it's United who are not even anywhere near the top of the table. That's what's hurting me right now. We all knew Liverpool were hot favourites to win the Premier League, but even then, watching them celebrate and equal the titles of United just hurts, man. It's awful as a Man United fan, and I know all of us together will be feeling this pain as United fans, but we've got to ask ourselves, how the hell did this happen? How the hell have we come into this position where we were so far ahead of Liverpool, absolutely leaving them in the dust, and then suddenly the Glazers buy this club and we get shafted? We've turned a complete 360, and I don't think we're doing enough. I don't feel we're doing enough in terms of protesting, in terms of speaking out. Look at the other clubs around, even Liverpool. Look how they got rid of their owners. Look at the protests that they did. What the hell are United fans doing? We don't do anything. We don't protest. We don't complain. Even when it comes to these big games, like in the Europa League now, in the semi, we're not going to actually care. We're not going to protest against the Glazers. We're going to go there and we're just fickle. We're fickle fans who just want to see United win and we want to brush everything under the carpet. And that's the biggest problem we've got as United fans. We've got to own up. We've got to own up that we actually don't really care about the ownership and what's going on. We want quick, easy wins because we're so used to winning. We just want to go back to those days. But it's not going to happen under the Glazers, and certainly not under INEOS, who are bringing nothing to the table. They've brought no money to the table. They've got no interest in actually investing and buying players or the best players in the world. We are going to now go into this summer transfer market and we're going to scupper. We're going to scupper all our chances getting the top players, and we're going to just run around trying to chase players that we're not going to get. And then we'll get one or two signings. And again, we're going to do the same thing, aren't we? We're going to be like, oh, it's not too bad. This guy could possibly play good. He might be a good player at United. But that's not good enough. We need to be going out there and getting guaranteed players, the players that will be coming in and improving this squad. It's just not good enough. We've bought the likes, actually last summer says it all. We bought Mount, we bought Onana, we bought Højlund and Zertsky. Look at these players. Look at them players. Awful. They were not good enough for United, haven't been good enough, and we've got to put our hands up and say that. The only players that I thought have done really well this season is Mazraoui and De Ligt. Those two players, brilliant for United. They've had a really good season. But other than that, our transfers in have been despicable, absolutely awful, and we could have gone out there and bought someone world-class for the amount of money we spent on those players. The problem is, though, that we have right now is no one wants to come to United. No one, like Osimhen, do you really think he will want to come to United this summer? We are just completely off the mark if we think Osimhen will want to join United without Champions League football and without the big pay, without that big salary. And look, Do I agree with paying players huge salaries? No, I don't. But right now, we are desperate to get in big players that will make a difference, those clutch players. And we haven't got any in our team. We're just about scraping draws with Bournemouth and other teams. This season's just been absolutely crazy. And it's made me think, look, it was never about the manager, was it? It was never about Ten Hag not being good enough. It was all about these players. And we've got rid of Marcus Rashford, and look what he's doing. Look what he's doing at United. But then the question I have, why are these players playing the way they are? They must look at the management and realise that their management is completely crap. So there's no pressure on them. That's what you do. In any other job, if you're working and the management isn't in place or they're not good enough, you will take liberties. That's what happens. Or you end up taking liberties. No matter what good intentions you have, you come in and then you'll start taking liberties. There's talk of Matthias Cunha coming to United. Again, I'm not quite sure whether he's going to cut the mustard. I'm not putting a dampener on it, but I don't think he is a player that's going to come in United and he's going to turn the tide. He's not going to turn the tide. We need a lot more players. We need a better structure in place, and we need to get rid of the debt. That's it. The biggest problem we've got United is getting rid of the debt. Until we don't get rid of the debt, we can't go forward. That's what I need to tell all Man United fans out there. We need to be focusing on one thing and one thing only. Forget about the players coming in. Forget about INEOS. We need to focus about United clearing the debt. Forget about building a new stadium. We need to focus on United clearing the debt. And the only way you can clear that debt is by making sure the Glazers are out of here. That's what we need to focus on. Get the Glazers out, clear the debt, and then we can start improving this club. That is it for today's show, guys. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe. You're watching the Man United Stream channel, the channel by the fans for the fans. Goodbye.